The defense that your group played tonight, especially in the interior down the stretch, missing two of your top defenders. I mean, just how much did that? It also led to some spectacular offense. How much did that mean?
Yeah, the defense has been good all series. It's just that in the first two games, we didn't rebound, so we didn't complete the possessions, and we turned it over, so they scored a ton in transition. So tonight was about taking care of the glass and taking care of the ball. And our half-court defense was really good. Our guys were playing with a lot of energy, and eventually, that's going to lead to offense, just getting out in transition, and that we finally broke through offensively in the second half. But the game went the way it did because we took care of the ball.
You said you were extremely surprised by Draymond's suspension. Just what did you think about, in general, the way that you guys responded without having him on the floor tonight? Yeah,
our guys were locked in yesterday when the news came in, and we turned the page pretty quickly. There's no need to, as I said yesterday, there's no need to belabor the point. It's just the league made the decision, so you only have one path to take, and that's get ready for the next one, and that's what our guys did.
Steve, you got pretty important minutes out of Moody and Kuminga. Did you know that you were going to rely on them in this game, or was it something that they kind of earned those minutes? Yeah,
both guys were in the rotation plans going into the game, I thought Moses, really got us going in that first half with those 2 threes, and J.K., after a slow start, gave us some good minutes in the second half. So it's good to see the young guys come through.
Hey, Coach. Before the game, you mentioned John wouldn't be quick, but don't hurry. How'd you feel your guys did in terms of not rushing, but still remaining under control? That was the key. Just wasn't so much about the pace as it was about the decision making, and we had some early crazy ones that we kind of got away with, and as the game went on, I think the guys understood just what that decision making was doing, forcing Sacramento to play in the half court where we've been making it tough on them throughout the series.
Looney had 20 rebounds, 9 assists, guarded Sabonis, obviously. What did overall you think of his game, and particularly with the 9 assists, how much does his responsibility there go up with no Draymond? Yeah, I mean, the way we've been playing, the two of them have been trading off on Sabonis after we started, start with the first 6 minutes or so with both of them on the floor. First 2 games of the series, they were flip-flopping, but tonight, obviously, he took him most of the game. I thought JaMychal came in, did a really good job on him as well. But this is Loon. This is who he is. We've seen it in the playoffs for years now. He's always locked into the game plan. He never makes mistakes. He rebounds like crazy. He makes the right decision. The game is much simpler when Loon is out there for our guys.
Following up on Kavan, we were talking a lot about rebounding, right, heading into this game. As Slater said, he had 20. Just what did you see from his effort on the boards? How was it different, than in those past games, and how did you just
the energy from our whole team allowed us to control the glass. So, we were hitting bodies early rather than in what we were doing in Sacramento where we're ball watching, and everybody else boxing out allowed Loon to get a lot of those defensive boards, and then offensively, I think we spaced them out pretty well, and then Loon was in the pocket, on our pick and rolls and just going right to the rim. So he found a lot of offensive rebounding opportunities.
Steve, you mentioned Moody and Kuminga. How essential is it, if you're going to win this series, to get contributions from 7, 8, 9 on the roster, on the bench, in the context of, throughout this run, these last 9, 10 years, you've always gotten in the playoffs some sort of unexpected big games from Livingston, Ian Clark, Mo Spates, whatever.
Yeah, that's what the playoffs are about. You ride with your stars, and then the guys, the role players, need to step up and make plays, and our guys did that tonight. So it could be someone different next game. I just thought that all those guys came in. I thought Dante was fantastic. You know, he didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but he was all over the glass. He handled the ball. He had 8 assists. Took some pressure off of Steph and Jordan, and got us into our flow.
Steve, Steph took 25 shots. They looked like really good shots. Was it a schematic change, or was it just like Steph being Steph and figuring out the defense?
No, there was nothing different schematically. It was just, you know, we controlled the game, and you know, again, with our rebounding, with our defense, and he saw where he could attack, and he's been doing this for so long. He figures out the game pretty quickly and sees what's out there, and then reacts accordingly.
Do you do anything when you hit 12 turnovers? Like, you know, the goal, you're like 12 turnovers or less would be ideal. You hit it. Do you like celebrate somehow? Because it's that rare.
I'm gonna have a margarita right now, but I was gonna do that even if we had 25 turnovers.
Steve, before the game, you had said that you expected the crowd to supplant Draymond's energy. You're 12-1 in this building. I'm just wondering, how do you think the crowd did tonight, and what is it about Chase?
Crowd was great. I mean, it's I know it's a different arena than Oracle, but it's the same dynamic, which is, you know, the Bay Area is a basketball hotbed. People love basketball here, and so whether it was at Oracle or Chase, we just have great basketball fans in the area, and I do like that this building, you know, the roof is not sky high like a lot of the new arenas. They built this arena so that it was, you know, pretty intimate, and our crowd, you can feel the crowd. They're right on top of you, and it's become a great home floor for us.
Steve, we've seen big scoring nights from Steph, but 36 points and only 1 turnover. What does that say about only 1 turnover with 36 points? What does it say about his style to kind of have everything under control like he did tonight?
Well, again, that was that's been the message, and that was the key. And Steph is our point guard, so it starts with him. And our guys followed suit, and we, for the most part, just stacked good possessions on top of one another, and understood the value of, you know, even if we're not scoring, get control of the ball, don't give them transition opportunities, and make them score in the half court. That's kind of playoff basketball in general, but definitely against a team like Sacramento that thrives in transition.
Steve, it feels like a simple question, but how does this win change the dynamic of the series?
Well, nothing's happened yet. You know, this is how this series, these series are designed, right? It's, 2-2, and then you go 1-1-1, and until somebody wins a road game, it's just, everybody's just holding serve. So that's all that's happened so far.
They're 27% from 3 in the series on a pretty high volume. Do you feel like you guys are defending the 3 very well, or is it just kind of variance and they're cold right now?
I'm not going to sit here and pretend that we have forced every 3 that they've taken to be a difficult one, but that's the plan. We're trying to do that as best we can, and I'm sure they're going to have a game, where they knock down some more 3s, but we can withstand that as long as we're doing what we did tonight, rebounding and taking care of the ball. Thanks.